Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you my top drawer makeup items. So I don't actually have a literal top drawer. I have this lovely thing right here. So as you can see, there's a lot in here, so I'm going to try to breeze through this quickly and not go off on tangents, which I do have a tendency to do. I don't want this to be an hour-long video, but there is a lot of stuff to go through. So this is either things that I use every day, things I am trying to use up, things I am trying to use more, or things I am testing out. So I recently kind of reorganized this, moved some stuff around, and here's what we have. So this is actually very nicely organized at the moment. It's probably not going to stay that way, but I thought I would show you what is in here. I really like watching these kinds of videos, so I hope you do too. So if you do, then keep watching, and otherwise, I'll see you next time. All right, so I'm just going to go compartment by compartment. So in this kind of back corner compartment, I have some skincare odds and ends. This is certainly not my entire skincare collection, but just whatever would fit in here is what's here. So I have more along the makeup line, actually, sort of. A couple lip items. Lipsticks are right in front of this, so I figured that went well. And I have way too many in here to actually fit those in the lip compartment. But anyway, I have the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator, which I'm almost out of. I'm gonna definitely need to repurchase this. I like it. I know not everybody does. That's totally cool, but for a few dollars, I really enjoy this. So anytime my lips are feeling particularly in need of some extra love, I will gently just kind of slide this around. It's a little kind of stick of balm with little granules in it. Probably not actually the best thing to use, but I do like it. So there we go. So I will, kind of scrape off any dead skin with that. And then I have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lip Therapy Petroleum-Free Lip Balm. And this is kind of a kind of creamy consistency. Well, it's up. I'm trying to use it up. It's nice, but I don't think I will repurchase this, only because this was $12, and I don't find that it performs any better than my, $4 Yes to Coconuts lip balm, whatever else I'm using at the moment. Moving into the skincare bits, I do have an eye cream. I am, I think, generally speaking, your regular moisturizer can moisturize under your eyes just as well. I don't think that there is, any legitimate, again, here I go, off on a tangent. Anyway, I don't make a point to have an eye cream around because I just use my regular moisturizer. But I do have this because, sometimes it's nice to play. So this is the Derma E Vitalizing Pomegranate Eye Cream. If I want to play with it, if I think of it, or if I just feel a little extra dryness under my eyes, I will put this on. Another thing in here is the Paula's Choice Benzoyl Peroxide Daily Acne Treatment. See if that... Ooh, there it is, maybe for a moment. Anyway, this is actually the trial size, as you may notice, and I really like it. I find it helps. I have this lovely hormonal stress breakout right here, and I've been putting a little bit of this over, I just put it over any active acne I got going on, and it helps. I do think it helps. And I also like having it around if I'm mindlessly picking at things, which I know not supposed to do. I am trying to stop, but sometimes I just find myself with acne on my chin. I don't know. So if I find myself doing that, I'll wash and put a little bit of this on just to help clean it up and disinfect and all of that Lovely stuff. So this I definitely like, and I will repurchase this when it's done. Now I have my nighttime moisturizers. I've been really enjoying the CeraVe products now that I have learned that they are cruelty-free. So I have the Skin Renewing Cream Serum, which is essentially a moisturizer. There's a little bit of retinol in here. Not a lot, because it is pretty affordable for a retinol product. I think this was like $16 at CVS. It's anywhere between 16 and 18. I've seen it. But I do like it. It has been nice to add a little extra boost of moisture as my skin has dried down a little bit moving into colder weather, although I'm still pretty oily. So it's light enough to not make me too much of a grease ball. And then this is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizer, the PM version, and it says with ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. And I do really enjoy this. Again, it's nice and light. It's not too heavy. And those two together I've really been enjoying. So I'm now going to go through kind of my center compartment, which is my base, a lot of my base stuff. So no surprises, Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, NYX BB Cream in Nude. Those are in there. I have this NYX Invincible Cream Foundation that I bought last year. And it's been in my kind of face box with the rest of my stuff that's not in this. And I got it out to see if it was still any good, if it mixed with the Kat Von D well. I've tried it once, and I think I forget how heavy a foundation this is. So I just put too much on, so it got all kind of slidey and stuff. So I still have to test this out a little bit. But, you know, that's why it's in the top drawer. I want to test it. I have this NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, which again, I like it. It's got a nice fine mist. You know, my makeup stays on. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, it's not a long-term mattifying thing for me at least. But let me spray a little on right now. It is nice. It's a much finer mist than the e.l.f. setting spray, which can get a little bit gloppy. But the e.l.f. setting spray, I think, is like either $3 or $6, I forget, and this is $8. So if it's $6, I guess it's not. I think it's $3. I'm 90% sure. If I'm wrong, I'll put something here. And this is $8. So it's a pretty decent size difference for, I don't know. I don't know if I'll buy this again, but I don't mind that I have it. All right, so I have 3 blushes in here. So I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Pearlescent Pink. That's what I've got on my cheeks right now. It's just a nice warm pink with a golden shimmer running through it. So it's a nice fall blush. If I want a little bit more punch and a built-in highlighter. Or if I want to go crazy with a highlight and I want to start off with a highlighty blush, that is an option. I, of course, have my Milani Powder Rose, my Milani Powder Rose blush in Romantic Rose, which, you know, we know about, we've heard about. It's beautiful. This is my, if I just need a little something on my cheeks because I've gone a little crazy everywhere else, this is what I reach for. This has been the blush that I've used the most in the last couple months. So that is living in the top drawer. And I also brought up this e.l.f. blush in Pink Passion. Now wow, it's getting washed out a lot on camera, but it's bright pink. Let's see if it swatches any better. Nope. Nope. It's a very nice, you know, these are like $3, I think. It's got a little mirror in there. Whoa, actually, that's not bad. Ooh. So this has been in a bin. I like this blush a lot. And I thought it might be a nice kind of, if I want to go for kind of the cold weather flush, like really bright, I I've been playing with kind of layering blushes lately, and so that's why this one is out. And then last three things in this, my NYX Taupe blush, which is my, go-to contour shade. e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow in Enchanted, which, as we know, is kind of my go-to highlighter. It's this really nice golden, go well over what I'm wearing right now. And then I've got my NYX Dark Circle concealer in here as well, just because it happened to fit best in this this particular compartment. So let's just move on back here. So this is all my kind of concealing-esque stuff. So we're moving into a new compartment. Let's just say that. Coverall powder from Wet n Wild in Fair. It's my favorite powder. I mean, granted, I haven't tried a ton, but this powder is so good, it makes me very hesitant to pay any more amount of money for any other powder, which, I'm sure they're worth it, but I really like this, so there you go. I have, of course, my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which is kind of my go-to every day for blemishes, under the eyes, what have you. I have this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, which I have because I heard it was amazing. And I don't know how I feel about it. I am not falling in love with this yet. But everybody is like gaga over this. So I have it. And I'm going to just keep playing with it and see what it's here. Words just left me. So that's why this is in the top drawer. So I remember to play with this and try to love it. And if I don't, then we'll just have to get rid of it. But that seems a shame because this is not the cheapest product in the world. I also have in here the Milani Shadow Eyes eyeshadow pencil in Almond Cream. So I like to use this either in the lower waterline to brighten up the eye area a little bit, or as like a nude base over my lid if I want to I use it as a base. I have two MAC products in here that I am trying to use up just because they were gifted to me. They're not cheap, and I feel like I should use them up. So I have the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighting Pen in Radiant Rose. I would actually really love to find a cruelty-free dupe for this, because I like it. I like it for under my eyes if I'm feeling extra droopy or extra dark. So if you have any suggestions for a cruelty-free alternative to this, I would love to hear it. All right, so moving down this section, so I have 3 open mascaras, which is probably not the best idea in the world, but I am impatient and I can't use one thing up and then start a new one. So I have 2 Physicians Formula mascaras. I have the green tube and the silver tube. And these formulas seem to be very similar. In fact, I haven't looked at the ingredients. Maybe I will do that and, put something here about whether these are very different. They don't appear that different on the eyes. But I much prefer the brush on this silver one. I like curved brushes. It's not too gigantic. I feel like I can really get in there and coat all of my lashes. While the green one is much bigger. It's fat. It's kind of annoying to use. But they both, add a little length, add a little darkness. They're not, kapow mascaras. They're pretty natural. They're good everyday mascaras. And I also have the NYX Doll Eye, which is a tubing mascara that I'm really enjoying. That's what I have on my eyes today. And, yeah, so that's kind of been my go-to. So we're going to just kind of bounce between different areas of the face here because it's not necessarily organized by kind of product. My last non-cruelty-free thing that I'm trying to use up is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This has taken me a long time to use up because I honestly, and not just because, sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. And not just because this is not a cruelty-free product and I'm trying to talk myself out of liking it, but I really don't understand what the big deal is with this. I haven't found this to be, you know, God's gift to under-eye concealing or any kind of concealing, really. I don't find that it lasts any longer than anything else that I've used. I don't find that the coverage is, you know, any more spectacular than any of the other concealers I have in here. So it's honestly taking me a while to get through this. I have this NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. This is in the shade Sunbeam. This is a product I got. I tried it. I wasn't a huge fan, so I put it in a bin, but I want to try to use it more. This is all of the other highlighting products I have out here, including the blush that has the kind of highlight in it, are warm golden, and this is more kind of icy pink. I don't know if you can see that. I gotta get a better lighting situation. But anyway, you can just trust me on this. Even though it's called Sunbeam, which you would think would make it a warm tone thing. But anyway, it's a very kind of cool pinky highlighter. So I'm gonna try to use this and see if I like it or not, or I'll declutter it. But putting it up here so I remember to do that. I have two eye primers in here, the Wet n Wild Fergie one and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Candlelight. They're both kind of nearing the end of their existence, so I'm trying to use them both up. I enjoy both of these. I think these are kind of worth it if you want to make that initial investment, because this has lasted me a very long time. They work very similar, I think. Neither of these add any oomph to your eyeshadow, but for me anyway, these both add longevity and they keep them from creasing, which is really all I want from an eyeshadow primer. I can use bases if I want to add more oomph to the eyeshadows. So those are in there to use up. I would repurchase either of those actually. And I also have in here the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit in Light. So this has a powder and a little gel that I use occasionally. Like today I just use my pencil, but if I want a little more texture or a little bit more oomph, I will put this over top. Or if I use this, the NYX Eyebrow Gel. So this was like my holy grail thing over the summer because it stayed put through sweat and water and everything. I haven't been using it so much lately, only because I also have in here my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is just, it's easier to use. This, I have to, you know, put it on something, use a brush to go through, which is not really that much effort. But, you know, if I can just pick up a pencil, that's probably what I'm going to do. Unless I know I'm going to be teaching Zumba or something, I'll put this on. So those are both in there, because those are all three eyebrow products that I, you know, use often enough to justify them being up here. All right, so I have a couple eyeliners, lip liners. We're almost done, guys. Okay, so I like to keep a black eyeliner in here. The rest of my eyeliners are actually in my literal top drawer, but I like to have a black eyeliner just up top where it's easy to reach. I don't have to go digging through my whole collection. And this is the Milani Supreme Kohl Casual Liner, which I really enjoy. I also have a few lip liners in here. So I have a nude one. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Nude, which I really like. It's super creamy. It's a nice neutral nude too, so I can sometimes just put this on by itself. Maybe with a gloss over top or a balm. I have two more NYX pencils. One is in Plush Red. And this is kind of a nice fire engine red. And then I have a darker pencil, and this is in, I believe, yeah, Plum. So I have all these up here because they tend to go with the kind of fall lipsticks that I like to wear. So, yeah, those are there. I also have my Tokyo Milk Dark perfume in Yesterday. This is the rollerball version. And put some on now because it's wonderful. Love it. And then I have a little compartment for tools, and I also have a couple samples of primer in here. So I have the Too Faced Primed and Poreless and the Smashbox Photo Finish. Mostly I try to keep these in here so I use them, but I don't really, I've used them. I don't find them to do much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. I haven't found either of these to be like, oh my God, this is fantastic. I haven't found any face primer that made me feel that way. So again, if you have any suggestions, let me know. And then I have a little scissors, tweezers, and eyelash applicator that I got recently, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it, but plan with it. Okay, so we're almost done. I just have a thing of way too many lipsticks. So we're just gonna go through these as quickly as I can. So I have the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in Natural. This is one of my favorite nudes on me. It's kind of a, well, it's that color. I really like it, and I like the format of it. It's a nice thin pencil, so on my thin lips, it works well. I have the Sonia Kashuk Velvety Matte Lip Crayon in Raspberry Nude, which, if you recall, I talked about this somewhere. I was disappointed by the color, only because it wasn't what I expected. But it is a really pretty, it's like a nice hot pink, essentially. And I want to try to remember to use this. So it's in here. Now, it's not really the kind of color I've been gravitating towards lately. Ooh, excuse me. I want to try to use it to see if it's worth keeping around or not. I have two Bite Beauty duos in here, and they're both very similar, actually. One is in Poppy and Scarlet, so kind of a bright red and a deep vampy berry. And then a new one I got, or a recent one I got, this was in my holiday Sephora haul, and this is in Pomegranate and Palomino. So Pomegranate is a warmer red than Poppy, I think. What am I doing? Let's just swatch these out so you can see those side by side. And I hope that the lighting isn't too terrible. So you can see Poppy is on, oops, excuse me, my phone's going off. Right there, and then Pomegranate is there, so you can see the difference. I have I have a NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair. That is a pale, kind of baby pink, actually, which I do like to layer on things. Let's see if I can get. And I've just kind of, it's been on my mind lately, so I figured I'd throw it in my top drawer to use it. I have, all right, I'm gonna compare these two. So I have this NYX Butter Lipstick in Licorice, which, you know, I was going through and like, hello, fall shade, hello, beautiful fall shade. So I brought it up here so I would remember to use it. Oh my God, giant swatch, it's taking over the world. So you can see that right there. And it's just a nice, it's kind of a raisiny color, actually. I think when I just swatched it, I'm like, it looks kind of similar to Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb's a little bit more intense and a little bit more red, so you can see those two side by side. I, of course, have NYX High Voltage Lipstick in Dahlia. Yes. Love you so much. And I also have the NYX High Voltage Lipstick in Rockstar. So this is a nice bright red. more orangey than poppy even. So that's more, to me, kind of a summery shade, but it's slim and little, and it's such a nice formula, so I thought maybe I'd throw it in there and use it a little bit more. And then I have Ferguson Crest Cabernet by Wet n Wild, the Fergie edition, which is kind of my purple, messiest swatch ever. My favorite kind of dark purpley color, right there at the end. And then I have 4 Milani lipsticks, because that's necessary. This clearly is not enough. So let's see. Got Matte Flirty, which is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. So there it is next to Cherry Bomb underneath the Ferguson Crest Cabernet. It's coming off a little bit more red on camera. It's actually a very similar color to, it's, did I say what it is? This is Matte Flirty. Did I say that? It's actually kind of the love child between Cherry Bomb and Ferguson Crest Cabernet. So take that as you will. As I'm running out of space. So in all of this, I only have one nude, so let's grab another one. This is the Milani, just the regular color statement in Pretty Natural, which is just a nice kind of neutral. It's not quite a nude. It's a little more pink than that. But it's just a nice, I don't know what to wear. Let me throw this on. It goes with most things. So yeah, I like to have that out. Matte Confidant or Confident? Confident. I don't know. I always want to say confidant, but it's definitely confident. Anyway, which is just a nice, dark, beautiful, pretty typical red. Which I find the shade really flattering on myself. I will often get compliments when I wear shades like this, so who doesn't like compliments? So I brought that out to use it more often because I have a lot of these Milani lipsticks, so they all can tend to kind of blend together. So, and then one more nude just for fun. This is Nude Cream, so you can see that at the end there. You can see Pretty Natural is a little bit more pink. So yes, this is completely unnecessary to have all of these lipsticks available at all times, but there we go. And that is it. So that is my top drawer stuff. I hope that you enjoyed this experience. And if you have any questions, comments, any thoughts about any of these products, any help with anything that I wanted help with, what was that? Oh yeah, the cruelty-free version of the MAC highlighter pen. I think that was it. Oh, face primer. I'm still on the hunt for a good one. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope this was enjoyable, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.